What is good, people? Welcome back to another video on 8 Count. Today's video, I've got the top 10 must-use undisputed fighters. As always, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It's greatly appreciated. The link to my Twitch will be in the description down below as well. I'll be streaming over there as soon as this video is uploaded, so be sure to come through and say hi. And let's get straight into it, guys. The undisputed top 10. We're going to kick things off with a couple of heavyweights. Eddie Hall almost made the list, JK. But we're going to start off with Joe Louis. In my opinion, probably the most well-rounded heavyweight in the game. Great speed, great power. You can fight on the inside, you can fight on the outside. He's got everything you'd want. Maybe he's a little bit undersized, but other than that, guys, he is a problem. At number 9, we got Alexander Usyk, and before this update, you was able to use him at cruiserweight, where he probably would have been at his best. But at heavyweight, don't be afraid to use him. He's got incredible sort of directional punching ability. The traits all go with it as well. In terms of keeping people on the outside, he's very usable. The fact that he's a southpaw is going to give people different looks as well. Don't be afraid to go to the body with this guy as well. Get people thinking you can go into the head, go to the body. Usyk is one of the better fighters to use in this game. Next up, we have Ryan Garcia, who I actually really enjoyed using at featherweight. Featherweight is now no longer available, so lightweight's where you're going to have to use him. However, with the newest update, he has had a change to his stats in a way. The traits, they've taken away the trait which made him slower in combinations, so now if you do want to throw a few more combinations, feel free, because he's going to be a lot better. The speed of the punches isn't going to decrease as it goes on. He's still got punches cost 10% less stamina whilst throwing in combinations, so it definitely makes it worth it. In terms of his sort of power as well, they've upped the left hand power to 87, which means when throwing that left hook, you're going to probably have more success with it. With Ryan Garcia, you don't really want to get on the inside and trade too much. He hasn't got the best chin in the game, and he probably doesn't really have the best power in the game, but what he does have is some of the best speed. You want to be on the outside, really pop shotting people, making them get desperate and hitting them with that left hook. He's one of the better fighters, especially in the lower weight classes, to use in this game. In at number 7, we can stay at lightweight if you want, or you can move to welterweight. I think he's really good in either division. Terence Crawford, just an absolute juggernaut. Great, I guess you could say great health, speed, power, defense. He's got it all. So when they add in the switch stance online, you're going to be able to go southpaw and orthodox, which is going to make him a problem. The only thing Bud does have is a lack of stamina at times. At 89, you can be left vulnerable if you go to finish the fight a bit early. For me, I just recommend keeping your cool with him, using the jab, look for the hooks. He's a dangerous man in the ring, and it's definitely translated to undisputed. In at number 6, we move to middleweight, where we can find Roy Jones Jr. Yeah, I must have forgot. This guy, although I thought he might have ended up higher on my list, is still an absolute unit in undisputed. Amazing speed. The hooks are out of this world. His animations are so special. If you're using the man they call Captain Hook, I would just say have fun. He's so elusive, so fast, so powerful, so dynamic. He's one of the better fighters to use in the game if you are looking to get those finishes early on in the fight. But if you do happen to go down the line and you can't really get the guy out of there, don't worry. He's got 95 stamina, 95 stamina regeneration, and 96 stamina recovery, which means he's great for going the distance as well. In at number 5, we also go to middleweight, where we find Canelo Alvarez. I personally prefer using him at welterweight, but for someone who I thought was going to be so overused, he turns out he's underused a hell of a lot because some of the other guys in the game. But in terms of Canelo, a lot of people get it wrong. They kind of rush things, and you know, they end up not liking him, but I don't think that should be the case. He's got great health, a great chin, and his power is really good as well. In terms of using Canelo, you got to be smart. You can't afford to have your opponent holding the center of the ring. You do have to push them back, because if they have that space to move out, it's going to be an easy night for them winning behind the jab. With Canelo, you got to be smart though. You got to take the fight to them, but you got to be smart with it. You've got a granite chin, so you don't really have to worry about being hit too much. And his animations are special. The rear uppercut is a nightmare. You know, even if you don't land to the head, you're probably going to land it to the body. His hooks to the body are phenomenal. And overall, I just find him a real fun fighter to use. He isn't someone I'd recommend trying to go and get decision victories with. But, you know, besides that, you can definitely get the stoppage. Be a little bit careful, because that stamina is very, very low. In at number 4, We're going to stick at welterweight, and we're going to go with Sugar Ray Leonard. Could have easily been higher on the list, potentially even up to number 2, potentially. In my opinion, he's probably one of the better outside fighters in this game. Incredible speed, good traits. I've just really enjoyed using him. He's definitely been one of those guys that if you're looking to counter the big hitter in this game, very easy to do so. His jab is absolute lightning, as is everything else, you know, including his movement and everything, his punch speed, everything. But if you do want to have a bit of a change with Sugar Ray Leonard, be sure to go check him out at middleweight, where he is a little bit different. He isn't as speedy, but what he does have is a very much increased power. His power is now at 91 and 90 for the right hand, rather than 83 and 86. So he's definitely a bit of a change up while just using him at middleweight, but definitely worth a try. In at number 3, we go back to the big boys, and we're going to go with the greatest, Muhammad Ali. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I mean, what can you say about Muhammad Ali? I think he's a great fighter in this game. He feels very unique in terms of his mannerisms and movement. In terms of the health stats, he's absolute juggernaut. He can take damage for days. Stamina-wise, you can go all night long, Lionel Richie style. Don't really have to worry about gassing with those stats. His traits are brilliant. He does probably lack a little bit of power, and with his traits, you know, which are focused on countering people, it does take away the chance to knock people down with counters just a little bit. But I wouldn't be too worried about it. I think he feels phenomenal in the game and definitely very worthy of the number 3 spot. We stick at heavyweight for number 2, Tyson Fury. One of my favourite fighters to use in this game. And the reason I love using him is his well-roundedness. Everyone expects the outside sort of fighter, Tyson Fury. I think feints are very underused on this game. Very effective. I like to use the jab feints to get people to think I'm coming in. They'll throw a jab and then I'll counter them with a jab straight right hand as well. And Tyson Fury is a beast at it. His mannerisms are so true to life. The way he almost pulls his trunks up and goes to wipe his nose with his glove. Just incredible. I feel like using him in game, he's got ridiculous power as well for heavyweight. Probably doesn't have the speed you probably thought he may have had in the game at only 89. I thought they may have given him 92 or something like that. But someone who I enjoy using. People always expect the outside fight, but don't be afraid to mix it up on the inside. He's got great health, great chin, everything. And in terms of the way he feels on the inside, very nice. His short uppercuts and hooks feel very dangerous and probably could have been number 1 if it wasn't for this last guy. We're going to go Sugar Ray Robinson. He's a beast everywhere you go. 92 at lightweight, 91 at lightweight. I think he's a 91 at middleweight as well in terms of, you know, and 92 at lightweight. So the guy's an absolute beast. By far and away the best fighter in the game. A bit overpowered. Wish he wasn't at lightweight. I think it would probably even the game out a little bit if he was only at welter and middleweight. I know he fought a period of his career at lightweight, but I don't think he had the success there that he did at the higher divisions in terms of achieving bouts and stuff. But for me, by far and away the best fighter in the game. He can literally do it all. He's an absolute nightmare. Inside, outside fighting, it does not matter. He's got insane animations when it comes to the jabs and the hooks, but my favourite one for him is the uppercuts. I love it when I fight on the outside and people start pressuring me and I let them come close and I land those uppercuts because he feels absolutely amazing. Definitely one of my favourite fighters to use. Definitely my most hated opponent, the person I come up against the most and absolutely hate dealing with, especially when you're trying to get used to another fighter. For example, I was trying to get used to Josh Taylor. In comes the Sugar Ray Robinson. I'm like, fuck my life. This guy is an absolute dog and definitely one of the better fighters in the game. Thank you for watching, guys. That was my top 10 list. Be sure to leave your top 10 in the comment section down below. I'll be, really happy to see some of your top 10s. Have I missed someone? I know people like Sean Porter and stuff like that. So let me know. I am going to be going live as soon as this video is uploaded over on Twitch. Link to that will be in the description. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.